Hello everybody, this is AK. I'm back. So recently I've been paying more attention to YouTube videos made by other content creators and how there seems to be a trend where they make videos with titles like how much should you have by a certain age, how much should you be saving by a certain age, how much CPF should you have by a certain age, what kind of salary should you be making at a certain age, that kind of thing. So I feel like I have to participate, and I think a few years ago, in fact like almost 10 years ago, I had a blog post titled "Retiring a Millionaire is Not a Dream." And in that blog post, I think I shared how much money should we be investing according to the age that we get into investing for the first time. And what triggered that blog post was an email from a reader in his mid-20s who just joined the workforce then. And reading my blog at the recommendation of a friend of his, he wrote to me that he felt encouraged and skeptical at the same time. He wondered if it was really possible to become a millionaire when he finally retired. Do you feel the same way? Yeah, are you skeptical that you know about becoming a millionaire in Singapore? I think it's easy to feel skeptical because especially now with inflation being so high compared to 10 years ago. If people were complaining 10 years ago, they would be complaining even more now, right? Increasingly high cost of living in Singapore. So it's easy to think that it's no longer possible to retire wealthy and have $1 million in liquid assets seems to be a popular yardstick. But of course, I've shared how it is actually possible to be a CPF millionaire and also to make $1 million by investing in the banks, right? And these are all recent videos in my channel. And I have a feeling that this belief is getting widespread amongst the young and maybe the slightly less young as well. That this belief that we cannot retire wealthy is very dangerous because it could be a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think that, I don't think I can do it, so why bother? Then of course we stop saving money, we stop investing, and of course we'll never retire wealthy, right? It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So believe me when I say you can become a millionaire by the time you reach retirement age, or in fact earlier. What's more is this is possible without even counting the money in your CPF account or the value of your flat. I'm not pulling your leg. I don't know how much money you make a month. I don't know how much money you spend a month. Of course, I would not say you should increase your income. I would say you should increase your income and reduce your expenses as the first step to wealth building. I won't tell you how much money you should spend a month. Everyone's circumstances are different. What I can tell you is how much money you should at least save a month. Now, based on this and with the knowledge of how much money you are spending every month, you would know how much money you must make a month to achieve the target of having $1 million in liquid assets by the time you reach retirement age. Young people have the most valuable asset in the world, and that is time. Young people have time on their side. The younger we start saving and investing for our retirement, the easier it is going to be. I know we hear this all the time from insurance salespeople, and often we brush them off because we believe they are just out to make money from us. AK is not an insurance agent, and AK is not going to make money from you listening to me talking to myself, right? So listen, what the insurance salespeople say is true. Yes, it is true. How much should we be saving and investing every month if we would like to have $1 million in liquid assets by the age of 65? 65. Take the example of a 25-year-old reader. He would have to save $650 a month. Only $650 a month. Accumulate the savings, buy stocks of good companies with about 5% dividend yield a year. Reinvest the dividends. And without even considering the possibility of capital appreciation, voila, you would have $1 million by age 65. The power of compounding. Amazing, right? What about the not so young? If we didn't start at 25, we start at 30, and we want to have $1 million by 65, we would need to put aside $880 a month. Only $880 a month. Not so bad, right? At age 35, you start at age 35, you have to put aside $1,200 a month. Still manageable. If you start at age 40, $1,680 a month. If you start at age 45, $2,430 a month. Okay, all this is assuming you want to retire at age 65. So if you start 10 years later, instead of starting at age 25, you start at age 35, you can still be putting aside $660 a month, $650 a month. If you were to push your retirement out by 10 more years, instead of retiring 65, you retire at 75. You still get that $1 million. Okay, so this is all assuming you want to retire at 65, but you can always play with the numbers. Okay, so you remember what the Chinese people say, 万事起头难, right? It's always hard to start, but start we must. Because if you want to have a comfortable retirement, we want that $1 million, we have to start. And the best time to start is always now. Okay, and pause and think about that $1 million. You will smile. You have to put in the effort, and time will help you do some of the heavy lifting. Okay, so remember, if AK can do it, so can you. Bye bye.